All right, I am back for the easiest game of neighborhood conflict I have ever played. And I am going to, from now on, use the rule from the first edition, which I'm not sure isn't if it's in the second edition, but it's got to be put back in there that kids' opinions will change if you stop or start using accepting their currency per village. So I'm not going to retroactively change that, but if it comes up in this game again, I'm going to change that. I'm going to adjust the opinions. Okay, so let's roll for parental disasters here in July 1990. Elliot rolls a 7, so they're good. Adams, 3, they are in trouble. And don't mind the yellow on my hand, I just got done cooking. It's just turmeric and olive oil. Okay, so they need to roll to see if there's going to be a parental disaster, and there is. He's grounded, so he's the only kid, so we don't have to do any more rolling. So we take him and we place him down. Oh yeah, that's right. I still gotta well, we do the parental disasters first, and then I gotta do the rent payments. So now Goldstein is up. 3. So they have potential here for something. Grounded. So let's see who's grounded. It's either gonna be Reginald or Eric. Reginald rolls a 4. Eric rolls a 4. They're both grounded. Where are they? Here. They're both here. So they are out for this month. And then Hirolito household. 6, they're safe. Vanderbilt, 4, safe. And Peterson. Oh, what do we got? Something at the Peterson household. If I can remember this off the top of my head now. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so rusty with this. I know I'm working on a lot of games, but I've played this game enough that I should pretty much have something like this memorized. So, parent is reorganizing when you roll a 4, and will destroy a shop. So since we're at the Peter household, that applies to a village at the Peterson household, and this is the only one. So Troy Vanderbilt's house or shop is destroyed by the parents. So that is why you don't want to build at a Stern household. It's just not going to work out usually. I have seen it work out, but it's very rare. Usually it's just a total disaster, and that's how it was in real life too. If you, back when we were kids, if you built something or had some assets or whatever at someone's house where the parents were really strict or were always keeping things way too tidy, more tidy than kids like, they lost their assets, or at least a lot of them, and you'd never see them again, or the fort would get destroyed or something like that. That's what that represents. Okay, so we're done with parental disasters for July 1990. And now we need to go into the rent phase. Peterson owes me some rent. Come on, Jake, pay up. But he doesn't have any. He doesn't have any coins. So, and he didn't print any currency, surprisingly yet either. So he is going to get evicted unless I let him stay, which I will. So his opinion of me is going to go up to 9, which is the maximum. Now, I can indefinitely, even though it won't affect the opinion, I can indefinitely let him stay. And I will, because when Christmas comes around, I want to take his coins the next year. Okay, so now, do I want to adjust my opinion? Yes, I do want to adjust my opinion of Antonio Adams down to 3. My village will still accept his currency. Okay, now, back to the regular phase is the movement phase, and I got to make my decision. I'm going to try to build. So I need to roll a 1 or a 2 since I'm in a moderate household. And I fail, so that's my turn is over. Antonio Adams is out this month. These 2 guys are out this month. And that brings us to Phil Hirolito. 7. He's going to lounge. What a surprise. And 7, and his sister Lacey is also going to lounge. That brings Troy Vanderbilt, who just lost his shop in Ducktown. 4, he's going to socialize, but there's no one to socialize with. And now Jake Peterson, what's he going to do? 7. He's going to travel, so I can't get any more rent from him. So he's going to go to the place that he has the most shops. None. That he has the most friends. I don't think he perceives anyone as a friend yet. Yeah, this game has really not been developing too many social relationships. Usually after the first year, you do have some social relationships developing. So we're going to roll. Let's see what he rolls for Houston. 6 for Houston. Now Highland. 3. And then for Ducktown, 8. So he's going back to his own village. And I believe, by the way, if someone loses all the shops, it goes back to the chief, goes back to the default founder. So Jake Peterson is again the chief of Ducktown. And Jake Peterson, that will actually affect something here. So I should have probably done this at the beginning of the turn, but that will make the currency, my currency, the yellow currency, be accepted again. And that will make, since we're going to play with this rule, Sean Elliott's opinion of Jake Peterson is going to go up since he is the printer of the yellow currency. And the yellow currency is going to go up to 2 cents. And the reason why that is because Jake Peterson has a perception of Shane Elliott that's higher than 5. You just take the average of the prestige and the opinion. And if it's 5 or higher, they will accept their currency at any of the villages they are chief of. Okay, so that should end July, and we'll go right into August. Parental disasters. 7 for Elliott, nothing. Houston, 1. Destruction of assets, but there's no company assets there, so Antonio Adams will be returned to Houston from his household. He is no longer grounded. Goldsteins, nothing, so they are both back in this game. Stand them up to represent that. Girolito, 6, nothing, and then Vanderbilt, 10, nothing, and Peterson, 1. He's grounded. So Peterson's out this month, and we can begin the phases. Let's see. Oh, there goes my manual. It's absolute toast. So I need to order another one anyway because this thing is a little outdated. It's not terribly outdated, but there are a few things. Okay, loan payments, rent payments, and evictions. Players can alter their opinion. I'm gonna alter my opinion again of Antonio Adams here, so my opinion goes down. That means I no longer accept his currency because my perception of him is now below 5. So that will take this away. That will make his currency go down 1 space from 3 cents to 2 cents in value, and his opinion of me is going to go down. So let's take us marker. So 5 to 4. And he was about to start accepting my currency too, so that's kind of a trade-off there. All right, and let's see what is next. Now I'm up. I make my move. Okay, I tried to build last month, so I can't do it again this month. So I'm just gonna work, and that will. Actually, you know what? What else could I do? I don't even know if I want to build this company like that. So, you know what? I'm just gonna print currency. So, print yellow. You print 10 whenever you print. And that makes the value of my currency go down to 1 cent each. So still worth it. Okay, that's my move now. Antonio Adams is up. What's he gonna do? 10. He's gonna build. All right. So he's at a strict household, so he needs to roll a 1 or 2 to be successful since he's an NPC. He rolls a 2. All right. He builds. So, and he has a maximum areas of 1, unless he explores. So Antonio Adams is in business, possibly. Okay, Reginald Goldstein. What's he going to do? 2. He's going to trade, so he does have coins. There's still only one company, so he's going to buy a share in that company, which is the Moon Company, which is owned by Shane Elliott as the president. So that goes into Shane Elliott's treasury. Shane Elliott goes down from 5 shares to 4 shares. And then Reginald Goldstein will have 1 share. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total. That's how it should be. All right, that brings up Eric Goldstein. 0 build. He can't build because he's not in a village. That brings up Phil Fiorito. 9. He's going to lounge, just like real life. And Lacey's going to try to purchase, but there's nothing to purchase here, so we skip that. That brings up Troy Vanderbilt. 1. He's going to work. That means he's going to try to build again because he can't work here. So NPCs, if they roll to work, or then they can attempt to build. So he needs to roll a 1 or 2 since he's an NPC at a strict household. Stern, I should say, and he fails. Okay, that ends our player movement because Peterson is grounded this time. And we can go right into September. And we'll get the next turn started right away. Parental Disasters, starting with Elliott. 6. So I'm starting to get into the groove here. I'm starting to, the rules are coming back to me, and I'm going faster. I can go pretty fast once with this winter I was on my machine, I was going so fast, but all of a sudden I take a few months off, and I start forgetting everything. Okay, Reginald Goldstein, our Goldstein residence is going to roll for a parental disaster. Nothing. Hirolito, nothing. Vanderbilt, nothing. Peterson, nothing. So Peterson is back. Jake is back in Ducktown. And we can do our next phase. Well, the manual's in 2 pieces right now, and I don't know where the other part went. Okay, loan payments, none, rent payments, evictions. Players can alter their opinion. Okay, I will alter my opinion of Antonio Adams, because I do not want to accept his currency at my village. And now it's my turn. I'm going to try to build now, since I can do that again this month. So I need to roll a 1. I need to roll a 1 or 2 since I'm at a moderate household. 3, I fail. Okay, so nothing. Now Antonio Adams, let's see what he's going to do. 0, he's going to build again. Now NPCs can build twice in a row. The problem is he doesn't have enough areas here to build. So he is now allowed to work, which he will do since he can't build. So he's going to start a company. Now we have our second company of the game. And with NPCs, you just go right down in order. Players, if they want, they can choose whatever company. It doesn't really matter, but Antonio Adams is going to choose the plus company, or the cross company, whatever you want to call it. He now has 10 shares, and since he worked, he gets, with 1 shop, he gets 1 net worth. So 1 cent net worth for the plus company now, so that means each share is worth 0.1 cents. Okay, so that brings us to Reginald Goldstein. 2, he's going to trade again. Okay, now we have 2 companies out here. So now what we do is we randomly choose. I believe now that in the 2nd edition, whenever NPC purchases a share, just as in the 1st edition, they never sell shares. I think in 1st edition they didn't sell shares, but definitely in the 2nd edition they don't. And they will always randomly roll for which company they want when it comes to this. I believe that's how it is. I could double check, but like I say, it's been months and months since I've done this, and I've been doing a lot of game making since then, and play testing. It fries your brain. Play testing on the video games absolutely fries your brain. So that's probably why I'm having so much trouble remembering this stuff. Okay, so trade. We're going to go to the trade action, and it doesn't help that my manual's falling apart. Actions, here we go. It's not on that one. It's on the other half, I think. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Trade. Let's get down to the NPCs. When an NPC selects this action, they will buy a share they can afford in a random company. Okay. So yeah, I was right. That's how it is in the second edition, and I think it was like that in the first. No, I think there was other more complicated procedure for in the first edition. Can't remember though. So anyway, whatever one rolls the highest is the one he's going to buy, and of course you only roll if it's possible for him to buy that, and it is. So 9, and this is Reginald Goldstein, right? I can't remember which player I'm on. So 9 for Moon Company and 3 for plus. So he's gonna, I'm gonna assume it's Reginald. So he's gonna have 2 shares. I'm gonna go down to 3, and then he needs to pay 0.2 cents, but you pay the closest amount possible. So he's paying 1 cent. So I'm in the money right now. Okay, now that brings us to Eric Goldstein. Let's see what he does. 4, trade. Okay, so he's going to trade as well. He will now choose which one he wants. 1. Now, these guys are getting ripped off. 4. So he's going to buy it in the Plus Company. These guys are getting ripped off because, like I say, I explained this in another video, that this game is not good for investing. I mean, the game in general is, but this particular game, that the way it got set up, the types of players and the types of villages we have, is really not good for investing usually, unless you see a really good opportunity. So the NPCs are going to pretty much get screwed over by investing. And since Eric Goldstein's a big trader, he's going to be the one really losing from this. So this penny is going to go here. But I have seen there's plenty of games where they highly profit from this as well. So that can happen. So Antonio Adams is going to go down to 9 shares, and then Eric Goldstein is going to go up to 1. So that's how it is. Okay, we're up. Who's up next? Phil, I believe. Yeah, Phil Hirolito. 5. Socialize. So he's going to socialize with Lacey here. His perception of her is 6 because he's got a 5 opinion and her prestige is 7. So, actually, we got to look at her prestige of him. So it's the same thing. Her opinion 5. 6. So he needs to roll a 6 or less, and then that will alter her opinion. He rolls a 4, so her opinion of him's going to go up. So we take her opinion on his chart, and we put it up to 6. Okay, and now she rolls her turn to work. She can't work, and she can't build either, so she's out of luck. And Troy Vanderbilt, 9. Where are we? Lounge. Okay, he's going to lounge. Fair enough. Jake Peterson, 7. Travel. Okay, he doesn't. Does he view me as a friend yet? 9 plus 4 is 13. Divided by 2 is 6.5, so not quite. I'm not sure if you round that or not. Let's let me first find the manual. What the? I don't know where it fell. It fell around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So, friends. Let's see. Perception. Here we go. Should be in here. If a kid has a perception of 7 or higher of another kid, they view the other kid as a friend. If it is 3 or lower, they view them as an enemy. 3.5 through 6.5 is neutral. So he's at 6.5, so he's still neutral. That's correct. That is right. I totally agree with myself for making that rule. Okay, so he will not go to Shokala unless he randomly rolls to go there. He doesn't have any shops anywhere, so we're randomly rolling, starting with Shokala. 9, so it looks like he's going there anyway. Houston, 7. Highland 7. And then he's already at Ducktown, so he's going to be heading off. Welcome back, Jake. Welcome back, and I can't wait to take some rent money from you. Hopefully. So stay a while. Okay? And that should do it for September, so we're going to move into October. We're at 20 minutes. I almost want to just finish this year. Think I can do it? Yeah, let's do it. Or at least try to get in a little bit here. Okay, so parental disasters, 4, 1. We got a possible 1. Antonio Adams is grounded. So there goes his hopes of building his company. Goldstein, 6. Highland, 4. Or not Highland, Hirolito. Vanderbilt, 7. And Peterson household, 2. Nothing. Okay, so I'm going to lower my opinion of Jake Peterson just to make sure that I don't ever accept his currency again. And he's got to pay rent. I'm going to let him stay, so nothing changes because his opinion of me is already maxed out. But I want to let him stay so when Christmas comes I can possibly get more coins. I want to see how much I can win this game by because this is, like I say, this is the easiest game of neighborhood conflict I've ever played. So I want to see how good I can do. Build. Let's see, build. I think I tried to build last time, so I can't, so I'm going to have to work. Now, see, it's getting interesting now over here because now it might be worth it to work because people are only going to, when they trade, they're only going to have 50% of getting my company. I still don't think it's worth working, so I would rather do something else, but I have nothing else to do unless I want to attack Jake Peterson, but I don't really want to attack him. It serves really no strategic benefit in this situation, so I'm just going to work. I have 1 shop there, so it goes from 2 to 3. And that's my action. Antonio's grounded. He can't do anything this month. Okay, that brings up Reginald Goldstein. 5. Socialize. He's socialized with his brother, Eric. Eric's perception of him is 6. 5 plus 7 divided by 2. 6 or less, he is successful, so Eric Goldstein will increase his opinion to 6, which means his perception goes up to 6.5. Okay, next on the list is Eric Goldstein. Well, Eric Goldstein now. 9, he's going to lounge. Phil Hirolito. 9, lounge. Lacey Hirolito. 4, socialize. So, she needs to roll a 6 or more. In this case, she rolls a 5, so Phil's opinion of her goes up from 5 to 6. Okay. Troy's up to trade. Okay. So now we got to decide which company he wants to buy a share in. Moon Company or Plus? Moon first. 6. 5. So he's going to get Moon. That's going to take me down to 3 shares. Sean Elliott. And whoever is the president goes on top, or whoever had that amount of shares the longest goes on top. And then he's going to go down, or he's going to go up to 1 share. 2, 4, 6, 8. No, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So, he's got to pay me 1 cent. I got a lot of money now. Okay, so actually let's see how much I got here. 2, 4, 6, 8. I do have 10, so I'm going to trade this in for a dime. Just to keep it tidy up here. There we go. 10 cents. Alright, who's next? That's going to be Jake Peterson. It's going to be the last guy of this month. The move. 5. Steal. Nice. So we get to see something new. He's going to attempt to steal from... Okay. So let's take a look at the man. This might be one of the things that is out of date. I'm not sure, but we'll check it out. This is one of those things that doesn't come around much, stealing. Where is it? Okay, here we are. This is the only form of monetary transaction that is not limited by the accepted currencies of a location. Okay, the kid performing this action will attempt to steal from the kid in the village they have the lowest perception of, but will not attempt to steal from a kid they consider a friend. And we have deciphered that he does not consider me a friend. Yet. Just barely. 9 plus... Wait. 9 plus 4 is 13. So no, he doesn't. So if my prestige is 1 higher, he would consider me a friend. Okay? Next is... The dice must be rolled, even as success and odd as failure. If the thief can take up to once... Wait. Is worth more than 1 cent. Okay. Okay, so the kid that the theft was attempted on will lose 1 opinion of the thief regardless of success or failure. That doesn't really apply here because my opinion of him is already as low as possible. So he needs to roll an even to succeed, like it says, and an odd is failure. He rolls even, so he's successful in this. 1 cent worth. He can take up to 1 cent worth of currency, or a single piece of currency that is worth more than 1 cent. If the victim has no currency, a coin worth 1 cent can be taken. Okay, so he can take any currency. So let's see which one's worth. We'll just have him take which one's worth the most. That makes the most sense. If not, there would be a tiebreaker. And if I didn't have any currency, he could just take one of my cents. That's how that works. Okay, so I got gray and yellow. The gray is worth more, so he's gonna take that. So I go down to 1 here. And he's gonna go up to 1. I'll put his right here. Let me find a 1. Okay, and that should end September. And yeah, if there was other kids there in the household, let's see what would happen. If the kid that theft was attempted on, the kid that theft was attempted on will lose 1 opinion of the thief regardless of success or failure. We already did that. Upon success, all kids at the household will lose 1 opinion of the thief, unless they view the victim as an enemy. Okay. That doesn't apply here. There's nobody else at the household. So we are now in November 1990, and we will do that now. So let's roll for parental disasters. Uh-oh. We possibly have one here. I'm grounded. I am grounded this turn. And that's a shame. Antonio Adams, let's see if he's back in. Yeah, he's back in, so he's going to go to his village there. Goldsteins. Goldsteins are safe. Uralitos are safe. Vanderbilt is good. And Peterson is good, so I'm the only grounded one. Nothing for me to do. He's still got to pay me rent. Okay, even though I'm not there, he still has to pay. So he doesn't have anything. I'm going to let him stay. And that means my turn. I can't do anything. I'm grounded. Antonio Adams is up. 5. Socialize. He's got nobody to socialize with. Reginald Goldstein. 2. Trade. Okay, so let's see. Let's see which company he goes for. 7 for the Moon Company. And 10 for the Plus Company. So he's going to buy this. Antonio Adams will go down to 8. He's going to go up to 1. Right there. I don't know if I showed that or not. Okay. And he needs to pay Antonio Adams 1 cent worth of currency. This is all he's got, so he's got to use this. NPCs will always use coins as a last resort. And since circulation of kid-created currencies really hasn't taken a hold in this game yet, they're pretty much just trading around coins. Okay, so that brings up Eric Goldstein. 2. He's gonna trade. Let's see who he goes for. 5. 4. So he's gonna attempt. I don't know if he can. Wait, yeah, he can afford that because each one is worth 0.3 cents, and he's got a cent. So he's got to pay 0.6 cents though, because this is gonna. Anytime it changes the president, you've got to pay double. Okay, so he's got to pay 0.6, so it doesn't matter. He's still paying a cent. He's still overpaying. So he's going to go up to 2 shares. And Antonio Adams is going to become the president. I go down to 1 share. But I'm at the top here. I'm at the top here at the 1 share. So Antonio Adams is now the president because he had 2 shares longer than anybody else. But this 1 cent that Eric Goldstein has still needs to go to me. There. So Antonio Adams is in an interesting situation if he can possibly get these to at least 10 cents net worth. He might have a considerable score. But whether he can do that or not in the next upcoming years is a completely different question. We'll see. Okay, so now Phil Hirolito's up. 7. Phil Hirolito, 7. Lounge. Lacey, 3. Trade. Okay, let's see what Lacey. Either way, Antonio Adams is going to get this money. So now I don't have any more income coming in. I need to. I have no more people investing in me because Antonio Adams has both companies. So 1 for Moon Company and 10. So she's going to buy a plus. That's going to take Antonio Adams down to 7. She's going to go up to 1. And as you can see, the way this is over here, it gets really crowded sometimes. So that is something I have to consider fixing, that component of the game. Lacey Hirolito's got to pay this to Antonio Adams. So now Antonio Adams actually could catch up to me. Think about that. If people keep on buying these shares, he's going to be really close. So now I actually have competition. I didn't think I was going to have any competition in this game. I'm still winning by a considerable margin because I got that big head start. But I got 11 cents. He's got 5 cents. So I'm still beating him by twice as much. But I have no company at the moment, which I'll be able to create. But even if I create it, I'm still only going to have 1/3 of a chance of someone buying my share. Which is good because that will allow me to build up the company and then I can turn my shares into actual score. Okay, so what did we just do? We did Lacey Hirolito buying a share. Okay, so that means Troy Vanderbilt is up. 7, travel. Doesn't view anyone as a friend. He's going to go to a random place. Shakala, 5. Houston, 5. Highland, 5. Okay, we just got to reroll all this. Shakala, 4. Houston, 10. Highland, 8. So he's going to Houston. Right there. And Jake Peterson now. 3, socialize. Nobody to socialize with. We go into December. You know what that means. It's Christmas time. So everyone shall receive a Christmas present. I get 2 cents for being at a medium-sized household. Antonio Adams also receives 2 cents. So we're neck and neck now. That closes the gap a little bit. Percentage-wise, anyway. Now our big spenders out here, Reginald Goldstein and Eric Goldstein, will both receive 3 cents for being at a big household. Phil Hirolito and Lacey Hirolito will both receive 2 cents for being at a medium one. Troy Vanderbilt, 2 cents. And Jake Peterson, 2 cents. I don't even know if I'm sure the manual must specify the order of that. Let me set this down for a second. I have a bunch of clothes on this chair, which is why things aren't staying put. It keeps falling. I'm going to move those. Okay. There we go. All right, we're back. So, let me just double check. I mean, it doesn't affect anything right now, but I was just wondering what part of the move date I'm on for. Okay, Christmas. Where is it? It's hard to do with one hand. I should actually get one of those things where the composer stand or whatever, where I can like put a music sheet on. Instead, I could just look at the game rules. Okay, Christmas. When the month is moved to December, kids will receive coins depending on the size of their house. Okay, so I'm just assuming right when it's moved. What I meant by that is things, it's paid right away, and then you go into the rest of the turn details. That makes sense. Okay, so next up is parental disasters. For December, the last month of 1990. Okay, I potentially have another disaster coming. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. That means that I will lose a shop. Yeah, that's what it means. Lose a shop. And I only have one, so it's gone. That's not good. Now Antonio Adams can really catch up to me. Oops, sorry, I've been having this diagonal. That's usually how I used to do it. Yeah, I do vertical now because it helps. Even though it looks kind of bad on a desktop or laptop, on the phone it looks good, but the reason why I do it is I can focus more on an area. So if I go like this, you don't know exactly, it's harder to tell exactly what I'm looking at. But if I go like this, I think it's easier to tell exactly what I'm trying to focus on. Because I got up here and up here for empty space, but it would be nice if I could just do a square sometimes, maybe zoom in and out, I don't know. But I think this is better for now, at least this is what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'm back in the game, so I go here, but I lost my shop, and now we got to roll for the rest of the parental disasters. Antonio Adams household, nothing. Goldstein, nothing. Carolito, nothing. Vanderbilt, nothing. Peterson, nothing. Okay. Now, rent is due, so NPCs always pay their rent if they can, and that goes to me. So I do have income, a little bit of income coming in now. And remember, these currencies at the end of the game don't count towards score. They're just there to spend. And they do, usually the first year there's not too much of it, but it picks up later, usually. And we have 3 currencies, so I think we will see a lot of trading with that. Okay, then the next thing is going to be change opinion, nothing, so let's just get on with it. So I am going to try to build. Since I was grounded last turn, I can choose anything that I want. I need to roll 1 or 2. Nice, I rolled a 1. So I'm back in business. So that's bad for Antonio Adams because he was in position to gain some ground on me, but now I have that going. Okay, so Antonio Adams is up. So the game's getting pretty interesting now. For trade, he's going to trade. But he owns all the companies, so he's just going to skip that. Okay, Reginald Goldstein. 1. He's going to work. He can't work. He's not at a village. 1. Work for Eric, 2. He's not going to do anything. Phil. 4. Socialize. So he's got to socialize with Lacey. She's the only one there. So he needs to roll a 7 or higher, I think. Or lower, I mean. 7 or lower. He fails. So her opinion of him is going to go down. So he failed at socializing. So the NPCs do have an advantage at the beginning of the game with perception. So people are more likely to, during the socialize action, to like them, which can have a big effect. In this game, you haven't seen it much because the way the game is, but especially when there's wars and stuff, because they pick sides based on their perception. It can really have a huge effect because you're trying to survive basically if you're the only human player. You're getting, and if there's a couple people that attack, even if you've got good fighting abilities, you can be in some serious trouble. I've spent plenty of solo games just basically running away from other people and trying to get whatever kind of economic benefit I can. It gets very interesting, pretty strategic too. So, and then if you throw another human player into the mix that knows what they're doing, then it just gets absolutely insane. Okay, so then, where was I? Got too busy, too caught up in that discussion. I don't even know where I am. See, I just did. I don't know. Oh. Did parental disasters? I did that. He did something, I think. I can't even remember. Honestly, I think I'm just going to have to end it here. But we're going to continue with, I'll finish up this turn next time, and then we'll continue with starting 1991 next video.